By EJ Tackett. You're a four-time major winner out here on the circuit. 17 big titles out there.
21 total. 21 total, including the 4 majors.
Oh,
yeah.
That's a separate. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Coming to the Thunder Bowl, how many tournaments do you guys bowling? I was looking at the site. It looks like you're bowling in the team championships, and you got what, 3 or 4 tournaments that you all knock out while you're here.
Yeah, we had a couple of shows for the PBA league over there in the arena, and then we bowled doubles this week.
Yep.
And then we've had today we're on our 3rd animal pattern, which is a 3rd separate tournament, and then the accumulation of the 3 animal patterns goes to the World Championship. So in total we'll have 5 events while we're here.
Wow, that is now. It's way different than back in the ABC TV days, where it would be a tournament a week and guys would go from motorhome to stop. Is this, you feel like, is a better way to go about for the tour, where they knock out 4 or 5 tournaments, you're kind of in the same place, you kind of get in the same groove, or is that something that fits your game and fits, how you like to bowl?
I think it's beneficial to the guys that are bowling well at that bowling center that week. To the guys that maybe struggle in that bowling center, it's not very fun.
Yeah, I would think that if you're in a house that does not favor you for whatever reason, it's kind of like, can
I get out of here and go to the next event? So, I think the way back in the day when they were week to week, it's like golf, right? I think that's always the better option. We do it this way now because we don't have as many events anymore. We're able to do several events for the World Series of Bowling. Have a bunch of TV shows in one place. So there's pros and cons to everything.
Sure, of course.
This tournament is very unique in that we do get to have this many tournaments in one location. It's great for fans. We're here for almost 3 weeks. So it's great for people to come out and I can't make it this week, but I can make it next week and watch them bowl. So it's great for the fans. Like I said, there's pros and cons to everything.
Sure. Now the team game, I don't even know, what team do you bowl on?
I'm on the Detroit team.
You are on the Detroit team?
Yeah, have been since 2015.
All right, that tells you what, because it's kind of tough to catch some of them because you don't know when you guys bowl versus when it gets on the TV. But you're from Indiana. Do you have any other connections like to Detroit or just the closest team? How did you get on this team?
Well, Del Ballard was our manager, and he drafted me on the team when the PBA went through a redraft in 2015. He had drafted myself and Anthony Simons, and we've been on the team together for like 8 years now. But I didn't at the time have really any connections. Now my wife, her dad is from here, her aunt and uncle live here, so she has some family up here.
So now you got some roots coming up. Final question. I asked Commissioner Clark this, 4 or 5 years ago. As far as like sponsors and that out here on the tour, it's a good tour when you have bowling sponsors out there, but when you get a Miller Beer, you get somebody that's outside the game coming in here and investing, because you get their fans too. You get people that like the new brands or like a certain product. Have you seen the tour grow in the last 5-6 years with maybe a sponsor or two outside the Pro Bowlers Tour or outside the Storm and different bowling balls?
Yeah, so Bolero Corporation on the tour at the end of 2018, 2019, something like that.
About the time I was here.
Yeah, and then that's the same time we got on Fox as well. I think being on FS1 it's been great for us.
I think you have phenomenal growth in your fans from that because they're out there, they know that you're going to be on Fox or FS1, and FS1 is just a desired brand for fans to go to, and so to me it seems like the growth of the game is out there, and that I'm really going to look forward to watching the bowl today and some of the other guys that are out there. I know that you did have a lot of time.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Well, I'd love to talk a little bit more about the growth of the sport a little bit here.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
I thought maybe I was taking up too much of your time. Let's talk about the growth of the sport, because I want to be educated.
So since Bolero's taken over, we have had a lot more sponsors from outside the sport. Some have come and gone, some have been around for a while. Snickers is one that's been around for quite a few years now. Let's see which one else we got. We had Guaranteed Rate for a while. We have Just Bare Chicken now. Can't remember what the other ones are, to be honest. But we've had a lot. Like I said, some have come and gone, which happens all the time.
Sure, that works for it, yeah.
But we've had some that have been around for a few years. So it's nice to see that we do have some of those bigger companies being sponsors. Where before that, we had them, but we just didn't have as many.
Right.
So I definitely have seen a growth in the amount of people or corporations that have interest in gold. And we are on an upward trajectory, so
I think so.
it's been good. Fox has been great, like I said. I think one of the biggest things that Fox has done for us is there's replays on TV all the time.
And that's where some of my confusion came in as a fan. I'm like, why did they bold us? And I go up to the site and I'm like, I'm trying to figure. That's the one thing I'm trying to really get dialed into.
Yeah,
especially for a website to make sure I put up fresh information.
Yeah, and the good thing about when you're going through Fox, when you click on it, it tells you when it aired.
I like that.
So I don't know if it's just the service I have, the service provider, but I know sometimes it will tell you. And then a lot of our shows, at least this year, almost every show has been live, and it will say FS1 live. And if it doesn't say FS1 live, it ain't live.
Yeah.
So.
Well, one final thought. It's going to be awesome because you see some of the other sports, the NASCAR, the different ones, and of course the NFL, and they'll have their stars on commercials. And when they have a PBA star, you or somebody else out there chewing on a Snickers out there, that's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome to see a Snickers or one of these here, one of these other sponsors on your uniforms and patches and all that, because that's just going to help the sport grow even more and make it more identifiable and see you and somebody else sitting somewhere having a Snickers bar.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, thank you very much. Thanks for adding to that because you've been awesome and good luck.